What is a computer and technology from a developer point of view? Business decisions. How data informs business decisions. Raw and unorganized facts are not valuable to organization. When data has been processed in a way to reveal patterns, relationships, and other insights, it becomes information. To get meaningful insights, a large volume of relevant data is required. Database technologies have evolved over the years to handle massive amounts of data. Significance of big data. Big data, large and complex data sources that defy traditional data processing methods, often described as volume, massive amount of data that must be stored and analyzed. Variety, different formats in which this data can exist. Velocity, the data is often generated and received at different speeds. Value, helpfulness of the data in making strategic decisions. Veracity, how accurately the data reflects reality. Non-relational databases. NoSQL databases are non-relational data resolve many weaknesses of relational database. Uses variety of key approaches to store many kinds of data. Key value database. Highly scalable resources available to the database can increase the handle the massive volume of big data that continues to increase its density. High available data stored in non-relational record. Database is more protected from loss due to system or hardware failure. Business intelligence. Processes and technologies used for data analysis. Give insights to improve business processes and increase productivity. BI systems might collect existing and live streaming data into certain central repository called data warehouse. Another option is a data lake, a collection of structured and unstructured data. After data from the warehouse or data lake is summarized and analyzed, it is often presented to decision makers in the dashboard. Provides at-a-glance views with live updates as data continues to pour in. Emerging patterns and insights help to inform business decisions and strategies. Legal and ethical responsibilities of a digital citizen. Digital ethics is a set of legal and moral guidelines that govern the use of technology. A digital citizen is anyone who uses this or interacts with technology to work in a daily life for productivity or entertainment. Many laws are debated, revised, and passed to deal with how technology complicates the program. Distracted driving means a vehicle while focusing on other activities, typically involving an electric device such as a cell phone. How digital technologies have revolutionized society. You are likely to live in a digital lifestyle and use a variety of technologies for work and play. Smartphones, tablets, laptops, smart devices. Characteristics of a digital literacy. Having a current knowledge and understanding of technology and the ability to use it combines with an awareness of commonly used technologies. Digital citizenship. Ethical, legal, productive use of technology. Acceptable use policy. Document that lists guidelines and repercussions of use of internet and other digital company resources, including network storage, email service, distribute in part to reduce an organization's liability and clarify what is and what isn't fireable offense, includes a code of conduct. Digital inclusion and importance of digital acts. The Internet of Things is a network of all products and equipment that contains processors and communicates with one another via the Internet. The IoT-enabled devices can be controlled or programmed by apps, voice, or motion. Some people cannot afford IoT technologies or lack the necessary access to high-speed, uncensored internet connections, putting them at a disadvantage. The digital divide is the gap between those who have access to technology and its resources and information and those who do not. How to be a responsible digital citizen. Recognize how to cultivate a polite online presence. Describe what makes an online source reliable. Describes how to develop accessible online content. Identify best practices to avoiding risks related to digital technology. Explain how to create a digital wellness plan. Identify best practices for responsible tech disposal. Technology changes so quickly that it often raises issues not covered by current laws. Yeah. Responsible digital citizens must sometimes make their own decisions about what's right and what's wrong. The first step is evaluating a situation involving digital ethics is to consider whether an action will be acceptable. No. If it were done without using technology. What makes an online source reliable? The internet makes a vast amounts of information easily available, but a great deal of is inaccurate by content published by libraries, university, professional organizations, and governmental agencies tend to be reliable. If the organization or author of content is unknown to you, research the source by name to see if others view it as a respected authority. It's important to be especially careful when using a wiki, which is a collaborative website that allows users to publish and modify content on a web page. How to develop online accessible content. The Americans with Disabilities Act required online content, including website, to be accessible with people. Accessibility refers to content that is adaptable or available to users who require assistance. Are you? No, YouTube. Oh. Best practices for avoiding risk related to digital technology. Experts recommend taking occasional breaks from digital devices. A digital detox is a period of time during which an individual refrains from using technology. It has behavioral health benefits including better sleep, less anxiety, and more productive thought. Can help alleviate physical problems such as eye strain and repetitive stress injuries. Pup is doing. How to create a digital wellness plan. To prevent or reduce the physical effects of long-term technology use, follow these practices. Take hourly breaks, correct your posture, don't text and walk, stand up while you work at your desk, resist succumbing to a sedentary lifestyle, take frequent breaks, and consider digital detox. Turn off devices at least an hour before bedtime. Social media, moderately restrict the use of devices during social interactions. Safeguard your identity and privacy to avoid identity theft or invasions of privacy. Oh. Best practices for responsible tech disposal. Before you dispose or recycle a device, store or backup data. Encrypt the device's contents and reset the device to its factory settings. 3 responsible methods for disposing of devices. Take or send it to a recycling facility or designated drop-off center. Donate it to a charity, senior organization, homeless or domestic violence center, or a nonprofit. Bring the technology to a store or firm. Make a big Thanks, good. I heard you going to a car crash. Central processing unit, the brains of a computer. It is microprocessor is simply a processor. It's a powerful calculator that's efficient at doing math. It is responsible for executing a sequence of stored instructions called a program. Yeah. Remember my friend. Motherboard, the beating heart of the computer, the main circuit board through which all other components connect. It distributes power and allows communication between the RAM, CPU, disk, and other components. It fits the socket on the motherboard, so you can also add components such as sound cards, network cards to a motherboard. Random access memory, data that can be stored and accessed. The CPU randomly retrieves data from RAM rather than sequentially as it does from the hard disk. It's a volatile memory, so all the data is lost when the computer is turned off. Fatty. No. Spencer. Yes. Cooling devices. When computers are on, it generates heat and everything needs to be cool. So there's a fan inside the connects to the that connects to the power supply by circulating air to and from them. The computer makes a fan sound because of that fan inside that computer. Graphical processing unit. An electronic circuit speeds up and creates and manipulation of images. Peripheral component interaction are used for attaching hardware devices to a computer. Which computer component does the calculation? The central processing unit does all the calculations. It is so powerful. Which computer computers? RAM, CPU, disk, and peripheral computers. The motherboard allocates power and allows communication on other communications. Record, information about a single person or product, composed of fields such as a name, address, or product identification number. What are forms used for? Easy data entry. What are reports used for? Displaying selected information. What are queries used for? Pulling out records that meet specific criteria. None. Financial software. Keep track of expensive tax, invoices, payroll, and inventory. Generates reports and graphs. Document management software. Ensures that the right versions of the right documents reach the correct individuals. Project management software. Keeps a project on track by monitoring expenses and resources. Commercial software. Software which is sold for a profit. Open source software, program code that is made publicly available for free. It can be copied, distributed, or changed without a stringent copyright protections of proprietary software products. Finance and tax preparation software can help you keep track of your bank accounts, monitor investments, and create budgets and file income taxes. Ren. Proprietary license. Grant the use of one or more copies of the software, but ownership of those copies remain with the software publisher. Open source software license grants ownership of the copy to the end user. This means that its source code must be freely available, and the end user has the right to modify and redistribute under the same license. 4 methods of software distribution: retail software, freeware, shareware, donationware. Freeware software, purchased through a retail store that allows the user to pay a fee and use the software for an unlimited amount of time. Shareware software offered for a trial or limited period permitted a user to try before buying. Donationware, a form of freeware where the developers accept donations either for themselves or for a non-profit organization. No. Cloud service provider, a company that provides cloud computing services. Infrastructure as a service, a company uses servers in the cloud instead of purchasing and maintaining them, which reduces the cost of hardware, software, and personnel. Platform as a service provides a programming environment to develop, test, and deploy custom web applications. Give the business ability to buy, deploy, and manage software as a service applications. Make collaborative easier, requiring less programming knowledge than programming tools. Facilitates collaborations between developers. Software as a service involves the delivery of applications over the internet known as web apps. Windows File Explorer, used for navigating the Windows folder hierarchy and libraries, includes the search box, ribbon, file list area, address bar, and navigation pane. Finder, used to find and organize files, folders, apps on a Mac. Libraries, help organize files. Four libraries on Windows: documents, music, pictures, videos. Attributes of a Windows file: file name and an extension. Requirements for a Windows file name: it should be meaningful and not exceed 260 characters. Characters that can't be used in a Windows file name: this, front slash, backslash, question mark, colon, multiplication, less than or greater than. File extension, assigned by the program used to create the file helps the operating system determine how to open the file, therefore display the file's content accurately. File history. Windows makes it easy to back up your files with a utility. Companies that offer backup service. Mozy, Carbonite. File comprehension reduces the size of the file in order to conserve disk space and make the file easier to attach and email. Types of file compression algorithms. Lossy, lossless. Zip. Windows use the .zip format to compress and decompress files. Lossy compression is used in images, audio files, video files. Lossy compression algorithm removes the undetectable information from the file. Lossless compression algorithm looks for redundancy in the file and creates an encoded file using that information to remove the redundant information. All the info from that file is restored. Boolean logic, created by the 19th century mathematician George Boole, has operations and or not, and which gives either two results. True or false. She's a bitch. The Boolean operation and or not are used to create search filters in the Windows, most databases, and web searches.